that we're doing here at Draper Startup House. We have a lot of very interesting activities for our entrepreneurs or for anyone who would be interested. So in May 27, that's this Saturday, we have a wellness fair. So if you're like super stressed and anxious, you need to relax, we're having a wellness fair here at Draper Startup House in this floor from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So that's free entrance. So just come and do some sound meditations with us. We would love to have you here. And then on May 31st, that's Wednesday, next week, we are hosting our art exhibit. We have been doing an art residency program with the Draper Startup House Artist Collective, Batch 2. So we're going to unveil the digital artworks from our art residents. And that's in collaboration with TZ APAC and Tezos Philippines. So I hope you can come. That's also open to the public, free of charge. Just come. Maybe you would love to meet the artists themselves, and who knows, you may want to support them, purchase some of their NFTs. Like tonight, here in Draper Startup House, we have an NFT collection featuring Reen Barrera through the House of Olala. So if you're interested, you can just take a look at the art pieces and then scan the QR code. And last but not the least, at the 7th floor, we have the Sky Lounge Poblacion. It's the latest speakeasy where you can chill and relax, get some good music going. Right now, we have DJ Dante playing Beach House vibes at the Sky Lounge. It's open every Wednesdays to Saturdays. We also have some nights with live acoustic jamming sessions and jazz and blues night. So if you're interested, you just want to have like a little getaway in the evening, you can come over here at Draper Startup House, and we look forward to seeing you soon. So that's it for me. Thank you so much, and I look forward to a great evening. See you later.
Thank you, Celine. A lot of things going on at Draper Startup House. We do wellness, we do art, we do Web3. So this is the place to be. Okay, so as mentioned, BBB is co-presented by BitPinas, and I would like to welcome on stage Mike Resiklos.
Ayan. So thank you everyone for coming to Draper Startup House for BBB. And I would like to thank again Draper for inviting us to be media partner of this event. So my name is Michael. I am the editor-in-chief of BitPinas. And where's the yeah, so since 2017, we are established in 2017, and so far we are the longest running crypto news site that is covering the Philippines. So we are also an independent website, and we strive to really cover all the facets of our local industry here, from the grassroots, like what we are doing here, and also pronouncements from our regulators and even beyond. So we are the and yeah we are the first writers to be covering this space full time. Ganyan. So so because we have been around since 2017, we have been diligently covering things that are happening in the space and has been there in every milestone of our local industry here. And then next. So we have also in our website at bitpinas.com, we have an events page, we have a job page, we also have a newsletter that business people, like people here, are subscribers as well. And because since we have been around since 2017, so we have established a network of people who we can tap into in case we need some interviews, and that's the webcast that we have been doing for the last few years, I guess. But we kickstart last week. So and as well our Bitcoin Beer Bitstories partnership with Draper here. So we are excited to cover this event with BitGet, as well as to our excellent panel of lineup of panelists tonight. So yeah, thank you so much again.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Okay, and without further ado, now let's move on to our next segment, which is dedicated for BitGet. And for this, let's welcome Kuya Jerome to present us what BitGet is.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another night of Bitcoin, beer, and bit stories. No, so hopefully every one of us had already our beers. Yeah. Bit stories as well. Bitcoin na lang kulang. Maybe BitGet will be the sponsor of our Bitcoin later tonight. No, so hopefully. But anyways, I am Kuya Jerome. So thank you for having me, Draper House. Salamat, salamat. I'm Kuya Jerome. I am a crypto trader since 2017, a stock trader since 2007. No, so and I'm also involved with some Web3 projects. No, so I'm a co-founder of a chain, which is a Web3 project that aims to solve real-world problems one chain at a time. You can visit our website at achain.io. I am also a co-founder of a trading guild called San Lazarus Guild, one of the biggest trading guilds here in the Philippines. No, so that's why we are an affiliate of BitGet. No, so you can also visit our website, sanlazarusguild.io. No, so I'm also a master trader in BitGet, so you can copy my trades, no, because that's their flagship product. No, so and also a longtime partner and affiliate of BitGet. No, so without further ado, let's talk about BitGet. BitGet is a centralized exchange, no? So and also a launchpad for new Web3 projects, and they are committed to their growth, no, to their community, and of course their continuous product development. No, so a brief history of BitGet. They were launched in 2018, no? So andito na sila sa space for 5 years na, hindi na sila bago. No, so and they aim to provide a comprehensive and secure trading option, no? So kasi sa atin dito sa space, no, hindi naman kaya i-cater lahat ng isang exchange lang, yung growing user base, no? So kailangan meron talagang competition dito sa space na to. Kasi without the competition, matitigil yung product development, syempre kasi comfort zone na sila, tapos syempre mawawala yung pricing competition, no? So with this competition, na magbe-benefit tayo, no, yung mga users and also yung mga traders, no? So BitGet is here para doon sa fair competition na yon, no? So amassing over 8 million users with 1.1 million followers, and with the help of 50,000 plus professional traders from more than 100 countries around the globe, BitGet ranked 5th, no, with other trading derivatives platform. 5th sila in terms of trading volume. No, so in 2022 alone, 100 billion ang kanilang trading volume. No, so that's a lot of volume sa ganitong klaseng exchange. But this 2023, they are aiming for more. The sky is the limit for them. In terms of growth, there's transparency. Isa yan sa kanilang advocacy, no? So they have their Merkle tree proof of reserves, no? So you can check that sa kanilang website. BitGet has a reserve of 2:1, no? So meaning every dollar that we have sa ating mga BitGet wallet, BitGet sets aside at least $2, no? So para covered ang ating mga deposits sa mga wallets natin, no? So that's high, no, than the usual sa industry, because usually ang mine-maintain ng mga exchanges 1:1 lang. No? So BitGet maintains above 2%, and you can check that. I checked that recently as well. No? And also they have an insurance fund, no, of more than 300 million US dollars. No, they set aside more than 300 million US dollars para an added protection para sa atin ng mga users, no? So that is separate from the proof of reserves, no? So this is for emergency purposes, no? Pwede nilang i-deploy ang fund na yan, no? So mamaya papakita ko rin yung mga wallets and you can check them for yourselves, no? I-scan nyo lang yung mga QR code. Reliable exchange, they use USDT, of course, for their proof of reserves, and also most of their trading pairs sa kanilang platform are traded against USDT para mabawasan yung volatility of the already volatile cryptocurrency market. No? So efficient as well. They are self-funded, so the business decisions are streamlined and straightforward. No? Wala nang bureaucracy sa BitGet. No, in terms of growth, ayan po yung mga wallets, you can scan the QR codes para makita nyo. No? I checked them myself as well. They have more than 300 million dyan sa mga wallets na yan combined para sa insurance fund for the traders. 300 employees in 2021, 8 billion daily trading volume, 2 million registered users across 50 countries. No? That's in 2021. Pero ngayon, 2023, they doubled their employees. 8 million users times 4 ang kanilang users. 10 billion daily trading volume. No? So that's a lot of trading volume. Imagine, no? Yung importante kasi as traders, the liquidity is very important. No? So imagine if you are trading a large amount of money, you need that liquidity kasi otherwise, matutulak natin yung presyo going up or going down, no, if you are selling. No, so that's very important. And over 100 countries na rin ang reach nila sa tulong ng mga KOLs nila. They have over 100,000 key opinion leaders as well. So they also sponsor mga world-class esports events like this PGL Esports, and also since 2018 they are partnered with Juventus, who is a European soccer giant. No? So you can find the logo of BitGet sa mga uniform ng mga football players and across sa mga stadium, no? So you can see BitGet everywhere there. And recently nung 2022 last year, no, ang notable na partnership nila with this man, Lionel Messi, if you know him, is the GOAT, is the MVP, no, ng football. Kaya lang alam ko retired na yata siya last year. No? So that's a big partnership for them as well, is the face of BitGet since then. And in terms of community, no, so BitGet is continuously in the forefront of investing sa mga Web3 projects through their investment arm, Foresight Ventures. No, so they're investing sa mga upcoming Web3 projects early on, tapos pwede nilang i-list dun sa kanilang exchange pagkatapos, pagka meron talagang potential. No, and also the recent acquisition of BitGet is yung BitKeep, which is a decentralized multi-chain wallet. No? So making BitGet the only exchange na centralized and decentralized exchange, no, 360 degrees yan na integrated, no, serving more than 6.3 million users across 168 countries, no, all over the globe. This is their flagship product that I was talking about earlier, no. Ito yung kanilang copy trading, one-click copy trading, no, para ito sa mga busy individuals and newbies, no. So if you want to feel, no, how to trade, pero maybe you lack the confidence or you lack the time, no, to do trading, you can copy the trades of others who are called master traders, no. So I'm one of those, no. Pwede nyo screen yung mga traders, no, yung kanilang performance, you can see them doon sa platform, and with just a click of the button, no, all of the trades na gagawin ng trader na yon will be your trades as well dun sa iyong portfolio. Pero maganda, you can set your own risk management. So you can set your stop loss pa rin, your take profits, your margin, and of course your leverage. And yung yung mga tokens na gusto mong i-copy na ite-trade ng trader na yon. If you want only to trade Bitcoin, then you will only trade Bitcoin, no, with the master trader. They have more than 20,000 master traders, no, amassing more than 300 million in revenues combined na, no. And yung mga copiers, syempre kumikita din. They have already 350 million combined dollars na in revenue, and the total assets under management sa copy trading nila 3.8 billion lang naman. No? So that is the volume na umiikot dito sa copy trading. No? So this is a large chunk of the market and large chunk ng volume ng trading volume ng BitGet. No? So and number of copy trading volumes, $64 billion already. No? So partners can get up to 10% profit share. So if you are a good trader, no? So if you are a good trader, you can apply sa BitGet and you can earn up to 10% of your followers' profit. No? So if they make money, you also make some. No? So 10% of their profit goes to you. No? So you just need to own some of their native token called BGB. No? So that's also a good token. That's your tip for tonight. These are the list of the wallets. You can check them for yourselves po. Ito yung insurance funds that they reserved for us. More than 300 million US dollars in these wallets combined ang nakaset aside sa atin ni BitGet, no, para sa added confidence natin to trade on their platform. So there you have it. No? BitGet is very excited to grow with us. No? So hopefully, I can see you sa inyong mga social media accounts flexing yung inyong mga gains, no, using the BitGet platform. No? And the sky's the limit again for this 2023. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the night, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Kuya Jerome. Okay, so the floor is now open if you would like to raise some questions about BitGet. Okay, so please move forward, and our BitGet peeps are here to assist you with your concern. Anyone? Questions? Looks like super clear, Kuya Jerome. Okay, well, anyway, they will be around, so feel free to approach them if you have any questions about BitGet. And now let's move. Thank you again, and let's give BitGet a round of applause. Yan. Okay, so now let's move to our next segment, which is the Web3 pitches. So tonight, gracing our stage is Resiklos and also Playdex. So the first to do the pitch is Resiklos, and the mechanics for this, they will have 5 minutes to present their pitch and 5 minutes to do like Q&A from you guys. Okay, so let's welcome on stage Sai.
Thank you so much. Are you all enjoying so far? It's so nice to pitch 5 minutes when you've prepared a 1-hour presentation. But please bear with me. Are you all enjoying your beer? Thank you so much, Heineken. All right. So anyway, my name is Sai Guanzon. I'm the managing director and also a co-founder of Resiklos. Resiklos is the country's first gamified plastic waste management. So I'll start with the story because Resiklos actually involves everybody in this room. Do you all agree that water is the source of all life in this planet? Now, here's the problem. All right, so it's all about saving the environment using Web3. Next slide, please. All right, now here's the problem. Do you know that the Philippines is the #1 ocean polluter in the world? Yeah. Can you imagine China and India, over 3 billion people combined. Philippines beat them with only 110 million Filipinos. That's how crazy we are. In fact, according to the United Nations study, 28 years from now, we're still around there. There's going to be more plastic than the fish in the ocean. So 28 years from now, by 2050, it's going to be the start of what we call the extinction level event. So probably before the AI comes to invade everybody, it's going to be a very, very large plastic crisis here. So the problem right now is the United Nations have already started penalizing the Philippines with very stiff interest rates, penalizing the national government and passing it on to the local government. Across all of the efforts of the government and the NGOs in the Philippines, together with all the collective activities from the United Nations and other partner countries, we've only all managed to only get 9% recycling rate. So 50 billion or close to $1 billion US dollars comes from a failed recycling rate. Now, where does the problem come in? Because what we want is to be like Japan with an 85% recycling rate. Philippines, only 9% recycling rate. There are two problems with the Philippines right now, with the front end and with the back end. With the front end, Filipinos lack the education. Filipinos really don't clean as we go, right? We always have our waiters to clear out the tables, right? But in other countries, you clean as you go. So it's part of a cultural problem because everybody's actually taught that there's always going to be somebody who's going to pick up the trash. So the Philippines is a big trash can. Look around you outside. Number two, Philippines is actually 10 years behind when it comes to technology, right? You don't have to invent any technology and put it in the Philippines. You just have to introduce something that's already out of the country because we're already 10 years behind. And I know that you all agree with me, right? Now, here's the problem with the back end. We're talking about the front end, the education side. We're talking about the back end because Philippines is actually 10 years behind in technology. We lack the technology itself. We don't have recycling machines. Now, why is it that plastic is actually the cause of the problem? Simply because plastic is the only kind of trash that cannot be disintegrated. It takes 100 years. Now, the good news with Resiklos is that we are the first gamified waste management initiative in the country. We have an app that's available in Apple iOS and Google Play Store. You download it. We partner with the Department of Education. We go to schools. We educate them. We come with gamification contests with students that actually create artworks coming from plastic trash. They collect the trash. We collect them and exchange them with points. Now, the Resiklos points, what did they do with their Resiklos points coming from the trash that they collected? It's simple. We have partner companies that can actually exchange these plastic points into actual credits because the vision of Resiklos is to create the trash into something that's like treasure. So can you imagine the vision of Resiklos is to convert these plastic credits into items, services and products that can be purchased from merchants from birth till death. Can you imagine hospital bill? You can pay it using your plastic credits. Tuition fee, you can pay it using your plastic credits. Airfare going to Boracay, you can pay it through plastic credits. All you need to do is just go out of your house, collect those plastic, convert it into points with Resiklos. Now, on the back end, we now coordinate with government units. We help them. We connect with venture capitalists and angel investors because we need recycling machines. We have a technology that can actually convert all kinds of plastic trash into recycling materials. I'll show you one. Looks nice, right? Tiles. Can you imagine? It only takes us 6 kilograms of plastic shampoo sachets to create one of this. It's virtually indestructible. Even if you have a karate master, an MMC master, try to hit this, his head will break first before this one. And this is 70% cheaper. So I'd like to invite everybody. You can check us out, resiklos.com. And I'm pretty sure during our meet and greet and drink, we'll pretty much have a very, very interesting discussion about this. Thank you all very much and have a great evening.
All right, thank you, Resiklos, saving the earth, saving the turtles, and educating. So now the floor is now open for questions.
Questions.
No questions?
It's just drink.
Sige, later. Later yan. So let's have some more beer para more questions. Okay. On stage, next is Playdex. So let's welcome Monica.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So I think what I caught from Resiklos' pitch was everything is going to be gamified, right? So let's talk about gaming. So I'm here, Monica. I'm here to pitch Playdex. Okay. All right. Let's watch
What
this
is up
video.
mga pare? It's your boy VMG. Meron akong gustong i-introduce sa iyo na game changer. Kaya wag na natin patayin. Let me introduce you to Playdex. Ano ba yung Playdex? Playdex is a social gaming platform kung saan mas pinadali na yung access nating mga gamers sa mga games for free, papa Web 2 man or Web 3. Lahat ng kailangan natin ay nandito sa Playdex from providing access to games via NFT rental marketplace rank up sa leaderboards, or makipaglaban sa mga tournaments. Kaya check out Southeast Asia's fastest growing social gaming hub, and don't forget to follow and subscribe to their social media channels. To learn more, check out playdex.io and sign up now.
Okay, so I'll try to keep this to 5 minutes. Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Monica. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Playdex. So I'm part of the Playdex team. It's a diverse, growing team, and ready to supercharge more gaming communities. So I'm here to share some fun facts about Playdex. So the first fun fact is that Playdex is actually okay. All right. Okay. So the first fun fact is that Playdex was a pandemic baby born in Surftown. So it was founded in La Union. So our founders actually, yeah, it was a brainchild born in La Union. So one of the co-founders was also the co-founder of founder and CEO of Coins. And now we're being led by two of the founders as well. Okay, so yeah, from time to time, we come back to Surftown and also like get our ideas out there, get inspired. And the second fun fact, we're also backed by some really cool investors like Justin Lapine, who's the founder of Tinder, co-founder of PayPal as well, and then some notable investor organizations such as PDAX, Orange Now, and so on. All right. And then the third fun fact, so we recently launched our NFT gaming rental marketplace, which helped us enable piso NFT gaming to Web3. So basically, the big thing here is that for as low as 1 peso, you can already access NFT gaming assets. So you own a piece of that game, right? At least for a day or so. And you get to really leverage those NFT assets as you rank up our leaderboard. So we launched it with our game partner called Cryptomon. Okay, and something also that was recently on the news. So Playdex, fun fact is that we're also helping elevate the student esports in the country. So we recently partnered up, we launched our partnership with a Center for Collegiate of Esports. So we are apparently the first technology and community platform for this nationwide championship for Mobile Legends. So a very exciting school year up ahead for us. So we'll be going around schools nationwide and yeah, getting to know more of these student gamers and helping them in their journey in esports. Okay, and number 5, fun fact, we also throw Playdex parties. So also a new program we launched is our affiliate program at Playdex. So we're helping, with the help of our party hosts, we really plan to like grow more gaming communities, whether it be in schools, started also conversing with even riders, who are into gaming and looking for opportunities to, to get rewarded for their hobby or their passion for gaming. So maybe one day we'll also throw a Playdex party right here at Draper Startup House. So looking forward to that, right? When we have much more party hosts to join us for that party. And then a bonus and a teaser. So maybe not everyone is into NFT gaming. So we're trying to also diversify our players or gamers. So we're actually cooking up also something really exciting for an even bigger community. So I guess once this next baby is out, we'll be back here as well to share that story. So that pretty much sums up Playdex in some 5 to 6 fun facts. So we're very open to partner up with more people in the ecosystem as well. So please contact us so we can play and build more gaming communities together. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Monica. Questions from the audience? Yeah.
5 minutes pressure.
Yes. Following the mechanics. Very good.
I might lose points. Eh? Yeah. Any questions? Any gamers in the crowd?
Mhm.
Oh, you guys should get into gaming.
Question, Papa B.
How can we partner with Resiklos? I'm the one with a question.
Yeah, this is the perfect space to cultivate partnerships. So,
Gaming for a good cause, right?
right. Okay. So, if you don't have any questions, guys,
Yeah, feel free to check us out. So we currently have leaderboards running as well. So just go to playdex.io and maybe you'll get a chance to win some awesome rewards there. So thanks everyone. Thanks for having us.
All right. Thank you, Monica. Okay, so now we're now at the major part of our BBB. So I don't want to keep you waiting. So I will now introduce our panelists. And for tonight's topic, we're gonna discuss unlocking crypto strategies. And we have 5 crypto traders on our space. So first, let me introduce the first our first panelist, Celeste Rodriguez, trading psychology specialist. All right, what do you want? Yeah. All right. Okay. And also, let's welcome on stage George Matthew S. Go, PGH Digital Asset Group, JSG Group, and Ken Mandigma, COO, A-Chain. Eman Deperin, Managing Partner, Alpha Fund Capital. Yeah, feel free to sit anywhere you want. Yeah. And also, let's welcome Danny, Marketing Director from BitGet. Okay. And moderating our panel discussion for tonight, let's welcome Lance on stage from BitPinas.
Thanks, Fair, and good evening once again. Thank you so much for joining here at Bitcoin Beer and BitStories by Vapor Startup House and BitPinas. So let's get started, guys. Good afternoon. Good evening pala. Good evening, everyone. But before we start, can I let's know more of our get to know more of our guests for. Okay, so before we start, let's get to know more of our guests for tonight. Ayan. Okay, so can you each of you briefly introduce yourselves and share a bit about your role and involvement in the cryptocurrency industry? Okay, so let's start with Mr. Daniel.
Does it work? Yeah. So my name is Daniel. I'm a marketing director for BitGet. I'm responsible for the Philippine market, Africa market, and the UK. I've been in crypto since 2017. I started my own startup before, which I exited, and then I joined BitGet around about 6 months ago. And I'm mainly responsible for marketing activities. So anything is related to PR activities, local community building, events. So I'm very happy to be in the Philippines now.
Thank you. Okay. Next would so next that would introduce is Mr. Eman. Mr. Eman.
Hi guys. Sorry. I used to wake up at 7 a.m. So for my energy, by the way, I'm Eman, also known as CT. Started trading since 2017. I was a software developer, transition to I used to trade equities, and then 2017 and transition to cryptocurrencies. Since there's a vast of opportunities, and so yeah, I'm here. Thank you for inviting Draper and organizers.
Yun. Let's give it up for Eman. Okay. So next we have Mr. Ken. Ayan.
Hello. Yeah, first of all, I want to honor and acknowledge everyone here. Thank you for showing up. My name is Ken. I go by Tito Cam and the Web3 community. I started trading since 2017, Philippine Stock Exchange and cryptocurrency, and then I started actively trading crypto 2020. And right now, I'm also part of a project with Kuyang Jerome, A-Chain. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ken. Okay. Let's hear from Miss Celeste.
Celeste.
Celeste. Okay.
Hello. Hi, my name is Celeste. I basically do three things. I advise. I'm a marketing advisor, mostly for crypto projects, pre-seed. That's my specialty, mostly from his portfolio companies. I am also an educator. I specialize in trading psychology. I've been in the stock market since 2015. Emma, know this guy since back then. Been in the stock market since 2015. Became a stockbroker, transitioned to Web3 last year. I've became the head of information for a crypto project where I spearheaded marketing and community building and education. And lastly, I'm a content creator, so I kind of create content about finance and Web3, crypto, and such.
Okay, let's give it up for Celeste. And last but not the least, let's welcome JG.
You can call me George if
Okay,
everyone can hear
George.
me. But like Emma and I woke up at 7 a.m. today as well, so my energy level was a little bit low. But I grew up here in the Philippines, but I spent most of my professional career in the U.S. as a traditional professional investor. I've been in crypto since 2012, so over 10 years. Launched my own fund in 2017, late 16, early 17, and basically today I spend most of my time investing. Half my time I kind of spend in the very traditional investment markets for the GSG Group, which is my family businesses, and then half my time I invest in crypto through my hedge fund HGR, primarily focused on DeFi, yield farming, some NFTs, like a little bit of NFTs, and also some venture investments.
Okay, so let's give it up for George. Ayan. Oh, it's very interesting that we have this diverse set of our experts who are into crypto trading. No? But here's my first question. Okay. How would you describe the current state of the cryptocurrency market, particularly in terms of recent trends and adoption rates? Maybe George?
Yeah, I'm happy to talk through some of this because I just had to write some reports for my investors around some of this stuff. But I think the TLDR is it's a very stale market, and I probably expect it to be kind of a sideways battleground zone for a while. I think the good news for me is that max pain is kind of over. Like I don't think we'll draw down back to 15, 16K Bitcoin. And for me, I think it's stale because primarily because of many things. But when I think about investing, I always take like a portfolio approach because I invest across asset classes. You have government securities that are the safest, U.S. Treasury bills, and then maybe global corporate fixed income, and then U.S. equities, and then emerging market equities, and then you have crypto at the end of the spear. So when I think about kind of the crypto market, I always ask myself, if I retrace the steps back, what is the first thing that matters? And if you trace everything back, it always comes down to one thing. It's the U.S. federal funds rate, right? It's the interest rate. And so for me, markets move not on data points based on a single point in time, but it actually moves on the rate of change. It moves on the first derivative, as we like to say. So with seeing kind of like the inflation data on a macro perspective, seeing kind of what the global landscape is looking like, I think central banks are starting to pause rate hikes. I think the BSP actually today or just a few days ago paused rate hikes. Expectation is the U.S. is going to probably pause rate hikes soon. And so the rate of change is going to, I think, for me, stay stagnant for a while, and that's going to trickle down all the way to crypto. So I think we're probably going to see there's no true catalyst coming up. Maybe in summer of 2024. That's my conservative estimate. When the Bitcoin halvening or some of the more meaningful Ethereum upgrades happen. But for me, I think my view is we're probably in a sideways market for now. There could be some interesting projects, but the good news is that we're out of max pain, but we're still kind of in this weird gray battleground zone.
Anything else that you wish to add? Mr. Celeste.
Well, I'd like to think that crypto right now is alive, but not exactly at its most rosy state. the perspective of what crypto market is depends on specifically what sector are we talking about. Are we talking about NFT? Because like that's like by itself, it has its own life and soul. Are we talking about the gaming, the Web3 gaming? Because that by itself as well has a lot of people talking about it in different perspectives, all of which are going through their, it's everyone's going through like their infancy stage, going through a rough patch, but I can definitely say that none of it is going away. And that means in a very good essence that there's a lot of room to grow from here. Um, it's not the same when you come in when the hype's up, right? Like you feel like everything's going all right. At this point, when you come in and crypto and you wonder, is there room for growth? Definitely. At this point, there is a lot of room for growth because the hype has died down and most of the people who are here has seen real utility, real use case, and real value in the space.
Thank you.
Right. Yeah, for me, basically, I just want to resonate with them. Bottom line, we're not out of the woods yet in terms of the crypto state right now, the prices and all that. But I think just like what George mentioned, we hit the bottom already, the 16K, 17K already. And we're starting to like enter the bull run already slowly, but I think there's gonna be one more drop before we really head into the bull run and get more like users again in the cryptocurrency space. So yeah, basically, I think this phase that we're experiencing right now, this is the phase to test all of the users. If you're really into the crypto market, this is really to test all the people. If your heart is into crypto, and yeah, after this phase, it's gonna be the next one, the bull run again, just like what happened 2020, 2021. And yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, what are the key factors do you see in driving the cryptocurrency market, and how do they impact trading and investment strategies?
Yeah, so yeah, I think this will also have a confluence with George answered earlier. I think one of the key factor that I think is that the policy, because some of the projects right now are there's a lot of bad actors who's creating a lot of projects, scam projects. So we don't see a lot of retailers who's joining the market because of that. They're too afraid to invest. And aside from that's from the retailer's perspective, and I haven't seen any other sectors that came from the traditional investing, like the energy sector. We haven't seen that in cryptocurrency market. So maybe if there will be a potential crypto or digital, maybe digital version of a cryptocurrency or let's say decentralized, maybe that's one of the key factors that will drive the market.
Anything else you wish to add?
Yeah, I think my sort of hopeful romantic response here is I think utility is driving some of the investment, the continued investment in the crypto, and also institutional participation. Having been in, I guess, 4 crypto cycles at this point, this is the first crypto cycle I've seen where institutions have come into play and that they're here to stay. Right, institutions drive a lot of fund flows in and out of any market, and so I think the fact that institutions have made a point and they're continuing to invest and deploy funds through the bear market. Of course, it's much lower than a year ago or even 2 years ago. But the fact that they put a stake in the ground and said, crypto is here to stay, and even if we're not going to deploy as much money, we're still going to deploy. That to me is quite bullish also for utility, because now every the crypto market, it always moves 2 steps forward, 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, right? But it's always a net step forward in the long term. And to me, this is healthy. Every cycle of hype and speculation brings in new customers, new users, new investors. But at the end of the day, there's a technical debt that has to be filled, and that technical debt that can only be filled, I think, in a bear market when there's less of a distraction. So there are very interesting projects that are building. Some of the companies I invested in, who Celeste mentioned, like she's helping with. Like that, those are very vibrant communities. There are games, I think, in crypto that are inherently fun or starting to rival the Web2 counterparts. DeFi is getting increasingly user friendly. There's much more TVL happening. There's a lot of products that you didn't see before. And even NFTs. I think NFTs, like a lot of people give NFTs like sort of a bad name. It's like a shit coin but with a picture. But they've proven that there's utility, there's real world aspects of NFTs that people are buying into, and it's typically like their first entry point into crypto is not into a crypto blue chip like Bitcoin or ETH, but they're buying ETH to buy an NFT. So I think that to me is also one of the big drivers in the space. So there are, I think, as Celeste mentioned, it's not just the market is bad, so everything is bad, or the market is stale, so everything is stale. There's always pockets in the market where there's more activity than others.
Thank you, George. Anything else that you wish to add? Okay. Okay, good. Now, how do you value the importance of technical and fundamental analysis in crypto trading?
Coin, the entry price, the exit price, to be more accurate in entering the crypto and exiting the crypto. But other than that, somehow for me, I also practice PA. That's another one. PA, FA, and PA, practical analysis, which means basically studying the macro of cryptocurrency aside from FA, PA. And for me, PA includes the emotional na rin, and then like the perception of friends, family, and other traders as well. And from there, you would get to know when to enter and exit the trade. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, in general, I think a lot of people are wondering, when to enter the market. But I think we are still very early in general. So there are external factors that some of us here that mentioned, like a U.S. banking crisis. But if you zoom out, the crypto space is going into 4 years basically. So it's marked by the halving most of the time, and halving now is happening in 1 year more or less. Right. So we have seen 2022 with a lot of companies crashing, and we had a really bad time. So at the moment, I think we are still early in general. So if somebody is wondering when to enter, today is a really good day to enter. So we have still a long way to go. Adoption is always growing generally, so number of users is always growing. So the question is not when to enter, because at the end of the day, if you look into 5 years or 10 years time, today is still a good time to enter. So I'm not a fan, frankly, of technical analysis, right? Looking at the chart, I think we should look more into the big picture at the moment, and say that if you want to enter, you can enter now. It's not a time where you don't have to enter or enter. If you're still wondering if you want to enter or not, just enter now and learn about the market.
Today is the best day to start.
It's always today, yeah.
Yeah, today is the best. So there's nothing late, no? Okay, good. Anything else that you wish to add? No. Okay. Now, Um, what tools and methods of technical and fundamental analysis have you found most effective?
Uh, for me, the more data you have, the more edge that you can have. Yeah, that's it. It's more data. The more data that you can have.
More data.
So it's like in the quantitative world. The more data they have, that's why a lot of institutions are mining a lot of data where they can see correlations in different markets and different sectors. So yeah, it's all about data.
It's all about data, and especially now
Yeah.
that
I've talked to a data scientist last weekend. So they're like gathering weather weather data where they can invest real estate. So that's how important data is. So like how are you going to correlate that?
Diba, before we heard that oil is the new gold, but now data is the new oil, no? Because of so much data that can be gathered to create new stuff. Okay. Now I have a question to Mr. Daniel. How does BitGet exchange position itself in the evolving crypto market, especially in terms of user acquisition and retention?
Yeah. So BitGet is trying to introduce always innovative products. I think Jerome mentioned before, our flagship product is the copy trading. And here, maybe what I can talk about a little bit is social trading. So maybe not everyone is familiar with social trading. In the finance world, copy trading it's quite well known, but not a lot in crypto. Social media generally they were born for connecting people, and nowadays they're more and more a source of information. So, for example, Twitter, we use it a lot for getting information. It's a kind of a newspaper, you know. So you open the home page and you see all this news. You see influencers, people talking about something, and you capture this information, and then you try to trade. You know, so you decide you take your investment decisions based on what people are saying. And this is actually risky because these information are not always true. So there's a lot of people out there saying that they're doing a specific trade, but how do you actually know that this trade is true? And this is why BitGet in 2020 has introduced copy trading. Actually, it's the largest copy trading platform today with over 80,000 traders. And you as a newbie or as a professional trader, you can just copy other traders. Obviously, you can make money, also lose money. So you always have to take a look and who are you following. That's why we created a lot of guides in the BitGet Academy. So where you can take a look different KPIs like P&Ls of the traders, but this is more in a transparent way. So it's not based on information you find on socials, but it's based on the platform. So you can actually see this trader if he has done the trade and how much profit he has done and how much money he has done maybe in the past 12 months. So there are a set of KPIs you can take a look, and you can decide then if you want to join this trader, if you want to follow it. And obviously this trader is making some money also out of your trades. So it's a win-win situation basically. So, and I think BitGet has been one step ahead in the games, especially into this product. But yeah, there's a plethora of more products that we're launching. There's Candy Bomb we launched recently, which is a platform for eyedrops for people who like altcoins and eyedrops. We have a launchpad where we launch a new project there, innovative project. Last couple of months, we launched a lot of AI-related project, which is a very big topic at the moment. So BitGet is basically trying to, always try to bring some more innovative products into the exchange.
Okay, good. So, I have a question to everyone. So, how crucial is risk management in cryptocurrency trading and investment?
it's super crucial. I think everyone would probably answer the same. It's extremely crucial, especially crucial in crypto, because anything that could go wrong probably will go wrong. Never did I think that we would see like another Mount Gox level event after 2014, and then you just had a string of like Terra, Luna. I mean, some of these billionaires are just psychos, right? But like, I think it's risk management is so key, and so you almost have to over allocate. I think, and have a very explicit buffer on how you operate it. Whether it's to have a reserve fund for positions where you may be leveraged. I would advise most people should not be using any sort of leverage at all, because crypto itself is already very leveraged in terms of its relative volatility compared to like equities or even fixed income. So I think anyone who truly wants to be in crypto has to know that, well, A, you only risk what you're willing to lose. That's kind of rule number one. And then two, because it's a 24/7, 365 market where you have no downtime, before you step in, you already need to have a very solid plan. But yes, it's quite important to have a risk management approach.
Yeah, so I'd like to echo that. And there is like a very popular adage in trading where you say you come in to a trade accepting you're wrong, waiting to be proven right. Meaning you come in there with your eyes wide open, knowing that at any time whatever money you just put in could be wrong, could be taken away from you, and you're just going to make sure that you manage how much loss you make. To echo what CT earlier said, or Aman, he said data is super helpful. And of course, data is super helpful, but there will never ever come to a point in your life that you will have everything you need to know to be certain about what to do next. All you're ever going to have to do is to deal with the possibilities, with the probabilities of maybe it might go wrong, but even when it goes, it might go right, but even when it goes wrong, you're going to be fine. So it's all about making sure you minimize the kind of losses you take. So the moment you make some kind of win, it will set off the kind of losses you make, and hopefully maybe you get some profit out of it anyway. So there's always that level of risk, especially in the market that we are going through right now. It's a bear market. Like if you're out there trying to play, trying to get something out of it, like just accept the fact that the odds are not in your favor right now. So be sure to come in and understand what risk management is. Like I always tell traders, if you do not have a plan, if you do not have a cut loss point, why are you even there? Like there's no difference between gambling and trading if you do not have a plan. But even gamblers have a plan, to be honest. Even gamblers have some kind of plan at some point, right? But so in itself, risk management will let you stay in the game. Because what are the numbers here? Let's be honest. What are the numbers when you're a trader? 95% lose money. That means maybe 4% keep their money. Then maybe the 1% make money. So when you're trying to fight with odds like that, then heck, you better be good and stay in the game long enough for you to become at least profitable.
Yeah, so I agree with George and Celeste. So I think risk management doesn't only works with trading and investing. I think it also works with business. So if your business is not working, you have to be realistic on what's really happening with your business. And that's also true with projects. So it's either do you want to continue, or are you willing to bleed more money, or you're just face the reality and you're going to kill it and start a new project. So yeah.
Yeah, maybe one more point is diversify your portfolio. So this is probably also an important advice. So that probably Bitcoin, even if it goes down, then it will always go up back, or that's what we all hope. But yeah, if you want to invest in altcoins, maybe just put a small percentage of portfolio there. which are the ones that can basically go to zero, fail. So diversification, I think, is another important point. And yeah, as you said, don't invest more than the money you afford to lose. So these are kind of basic concept and principle you should try to follow. Yeah.
So in short, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay. So, can you discuss the different types of risk in cryptocurrency trading and share your approaches to managing them? I would love to hear all of your answers. Okay. Maybe let's start with the
Yeah, actually, there's a lot of risk in cryptocurrency. Aside from trading itself, the NFT, the scam projects, all of those things are included. But yeah, at the end of the day, you just have to study or like immerse yourself on what you're getting into in any industry, whether it's crypto, business, even relationship, right? You really have to get to know the person so that you know what's gonna be your next step, how you're gonna court that person, whatever. But yeah, bottom line, in everything there's risk. So you just have to minimize that risk. That risk will never be gone, but rather it's up to you whether you're gonna minimize it or maximize it even more. So yeah, you just have to listen. Like for example, to the KOL, to the pioneers of crypto. Do your own research and all that, and of course, do not get uh, scammed by too good to be true projects and all that. So yeah, that's it for me.
Um, yeah, so maybe let's talk about, because I'm sure these guys have a view on trading risk, and maybe we already talked a little bit about market risk, which is just thinking about crypto as an opportunity cost versus other asset classes and just the general kind of macro environment. But I think what people like also, because for me, I lean towards more fundamental investing. That's kind of my training. That's kind of my background. To me, what I focus on a lot is operational risk, because when I invest in certain in any asset, I have a view of a mid to long term hold. So to me, operational risk is really top of mind. And so my answer here is also probably the same to the question you asked before, like what is the best tool that I have to do diligence on projects? It's to talk to the team, right? It's that as much as you can, get yourself out there to talk to the people actually running the projects. And I think if they're good projects, most of these projects will have transparency. They will live in the spirit of crypto and blockchain, which is like transparency, consistent cadence of communication, audited and transparent smart contracts. There's a lot of smart contract risk in the space. And so to me, talk to the team, and then really grill them, really get a sense of like the projects and the people behind them that you're investing in, because that's ultimately what makes me comfortable sleeping at night, right? If I see a project that I invested in that's publicly traded and it draws down 20% overnight, I'm like, oh man, this sucks. But I know fundamentally that this is a good project they're building, and it just draws down because the rest of the market has drawn down, or it's just drawn down because of external conditions outside their control. The risk is it's systematic versus idiosyncratic, right? So I think number one to me is, to the extent that you can have a conversation with the builders in the space, have that conversation, and then the other thing is try to surround yourself with people who will provoke thought and people who are smart thinkers in the space. This is a very new space still, and so I think for me it's very helpful to talk to other investors who may play devil's advocate on some of my theses, or and other investors who have different relationships with different teams. And so investing is more art than science, and it's so much of it is triangulation, right? So the data is important. We look at on-chain data, we look at numbers, inflation, macro data, but we also have to really understand the people and the engine that's running these projects, whether it be through talking to the community leaders, the project leaders, or other thoughtful investors in the space.
Okay. I have a question to Mr. Daniel. How does BitGet Exchange help its users manage their trading risks?
So with BitGet, first of all, after especially 2022, the big topic is transparency. So the company has instituted an insurance fund of $200 million. So this is something Jerome was talking about before. This is in part with the stable coins and in part with Bitcoin. We shared the wallet addresses, so for users to take a look at it. And we also have what is called the reserve ratio, which is basically for every dollar that you're holding in the exchange, how much the company has. At the moment is around about 220%, the ratio, which means that for every dollar you hold, it has at least 2.2 dollar. We share wallet addresses so that people can, take a look at them.
Sorry for
Sorry.
Sorry for that.
So, and maybe another point is also decentralization. So we obviously a centralized exchange. So if you don't want to trust BitGet, you can use Bitkeep. Bitkeep is a decentralized wallet. BitGet is a shareholder and recently has purchased more shares into this company. We're making a lot of integration between the centralized and decentralized. So if you don't want to trust, a centralized exchange, that's totally understandable. But you can move your funds into a Bitkeep, which is so you have your own key. So there's kind of no risk, somebody can take your funds. So yeah, this is some of the things the company is doing towards transparency, so that people can trust more of exchanges, especially after what happened, in 2022.
At least we're giving them options, no, to where they put their cryptocurrency. Okay. Now, we are now opening the floor for your questions. So please feel free to ask in the stage if you have some questions. Okay. Now is your time to shine. If you have some questions, please feel free to approach us or sige.
Hi. First of all, thank you so much for coming here and for sharing your expertise about crypto trading. For me, it sounds like it's very, very risky business. And like Celeste mentioned, like, it's there right now, there's a very slim chance of actually like making any profit. 5%, 1%, whatever. Why do you guys still do it? That's my question, right? Like, why are you still doing it? What keeps you in the game? And if I'm a beginner trader, why would I want to go when it kind of doesn't look appealing right now?
So let me level with you guys here. When I said there's only about 5% chance of becoming profitable as a trader, that's in trading. That's in actively buying and selling. And crypto itself is a huge landscape. Like you could also be in DeFi, which could potentially be a better place to park your money than sitting, rotting away, getting eaten by inflation. There's also NFT, which is another way to make money. There is also Web3 gaming. There's so many ways that you can dabble in the space that doesn't have to involve trading by itself. That's just one way. And I actually highly encourage people to explore it, because if you try to corner yourself in a certain sector of crypto, which is just high frequency trading, for example, you might be missing out on everything else that is developing in the space. And this kind of technology, rough as it seems right now, still has a lot of growth in it and I'm in here and I'm in it for the growth. I don't want to be the last person adopting to something, wondering what the heck was I doing when the internet was just out there. Like, why was I not there? Why was I not like being the first few people? Why was I not the first influencer? Why was I not making Mr. Beast's money? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this, like a lot of like success, I think a lot of developments in the world starts off with someone who came in early and was just consistent with it. Because honestly, I bet you crypto's not going anywhere. Some people don't think that, but that's all that, but they are proof that we're still early. That's it. That's to me, whenever someone says, "Oh no, I don't think crypto's gonna stay," that's proof that we're still early. We're good. We're good. And I'm in here to become one of the first people in it, learn as much, become a pioneer, become a maven, and then be consistent about it. Not just be there, not just be there during the bull run where everyone's a genius. Like you go in a bull run, everyone's right. But when you have a bear run and you have the capability, the staying power, manage your risk, learn, because learning in the bear run is a lot. Sorry, kind of distracted. Learning in the Baron is much more impactful because the lessons will stick. There's not a lot of lessons to learn during the bull run because you're always right. So that's why I think it's so much more impactful to come in now because the lessons here are real. Okay, that's it for me.
Yeah, I think I would echo everything Celeste just mentioned and just say that it's easier. It's you learn more valuable lessons in the bear market, but it's also easier to learn in a bear market because it's less lucrative for investors and traders, but it's also less lucrative for scammers. And so those guys are like they go hide away, they go scam another market, right? And so there's more credible resources out there. The people you interact with are there for the long term. You know that they're there for a real fundamental reason. And so you're interacting with more genuine people. That's kind of the one point I would say. And then also, why am I still in it? Because I believe in the long-term vision, right? Like we're in this for the long term. I believe in the tech, I do believe in the value proposition of crypto, and also I learned kind of the hard way, right? So when I've been in crypto since 2012. I've been hacked, I've been scammed, I've been defrauded. I'm still in litigation with some bad investments I've done in the past. Like I've seen like a lot of unfortunate situations. And one of my number one regret is still in 2012, I was mining Bitcoin out of my college dorm and I sold most of it. Right? I sold most of it. It's a whole other story, but I sold most of it. Back then it was very hard to sell. Even a couple Bitcoin was really hard to sell. 100 Bitcoin, 1,000 Bitcoin, super hard to sell, right? You had to go on BitcoinTalk.org, meet with a sketchy guy, and there were very few people who were like willing to do that. And back then it had a real shot of going to zero. But I learned the hard way because I sold in 2013, 2014 at like 800, 900. Bitcoin tanked to 300, right? So I felt short-term smart. I felt short-term super smart, but I felt long-term dumb. Right, so I think I learned that lesson. I've always, whatever Bitcoin I had left, I just held it like to this day. And when Ethereum started to really pick up in 16, 17, I knew I wasn't going to make the same mistake twice, and like went very hard in that ecosystem. So the number one skill that any investor can have, in my opinion, is pattern recognition. And unfortunately, like you can read about it, and I can tell you, and the other people can tell you, but you won't really get it until you experience it yourself, right? Until you sit here every day and ask yourself, why did I sell thousands of Bitcoin at a really low price when if I just held it, I would be flying around somewhere in a private jet, right? So you learn valuable lessons. It's easier to learn, and at the end of the day, we're in this because at least I'm in it because I think it's very promising tech, and it's like the direction of where the world is heading.
Awesome. Thank you. Any more questions?
Hi, thank you for your wisdom. I would like to ask you about strategies. What kind of strategies have you been using last year in crypto? Like you have like a delta neutral or something like this in order to mitigate risk.
I can talk about a few strategies, but so HGR, my fund HGR, we're primarily a long only fund, and so we do take beta, right? Like we want to be in the space, exposed to the space. As far as delta neutral strategies, there are because we're a yield farming fund. Sometimes we'll do that as well, right? So if there's a venue where you can like with ApeCoin, for instance. ApeCoin is one where we were able to do that for a while. And in 2021, there was if you guys are familiar with the coin Phantom, which is it's kind of a altcoin right now, but they used to have like an asset that was well pegged to Phantom, and you could yield farm and basically get paid hundreds of percent of APY, right? But you'd have to take the payment in Phantom or tokens. So a very easy thing to do there is like you go long Phantom and you short the perps. You short the perp on a Bybit, or I'm not sure if BitGet has perps, or on a GMX or SNX on chain, and you're delta neutral, and all you do is collect the several 100% yield. You can do that with ApeCoin. I think a lot of people have gone delta neutral staking ApeCoin. If you have a board Ape, that's 120% APR still today, APY. The rate's still going to drop, but you can do this exact same thing. You can short the perp on Binance or something, go along ApeCoin, collect your 80 to 100% APR. I have elected not to do that because it's bear market prices right now, so I actually want more ApeCoin, and I want to keep ApeCoin. And then the other thing that we do that's delta neutral is spot perpetual arbitrage. There we have to work with like larger funds because that only works if you get like on Binance you have to be VIP level 9. That requires like $2 billion of monthly trading volume, and so typically you have to partner with other funds to get to that level of fees, right? And then you have to like, it's very technical. You'd have to write a bot to basically trade. Every time there's like a small spread on the exchange, only then can you do the ARB, right? And it's a good strategy. Other things that I like to do because as far as yield farming goes is right now I think I just like putting my money on stable farms. Stargate is a very safe like 4 to 6% farm. I think that they raised $3 billion. I've talked to the team. I know the lead investors, and so I'm safe parking kind of stablecoin there. And then I think to Celeste's point of like retail always loses money on average on a trade. There's actually a super nice platform that I like called GMX. I don't know if you guys have heard of GMX or GLP, where essentially you can put up money and you lend to to traders, right? So you're not trading yourself, but you're lending money to traders. They're over collateralized. Every time they lose money, you get paid a yield. And so I think in the last year, GMX traders have lost $75 million. I think since inception, they've lost $150 million, all paid fees to people like me who lend money to traders. So that's another thing you can do.
When it comes to strategies, you can either go like for retailer, just like George mentioned earlier. Sorry, I'm struck.
Which lens? Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so when it comes to strategies, there are delta neutrals, there are long strategies, long short strategies. For now, my fund with long short strategy is not really performing well. So confluence with George it's the only strategy that works well is the long strategy. So yeah.
Are you in 8 labs? Are you in 8 labs?
Okay.
To me?
I have a question to Ms. Celeste.
Okay.
How does trading psychology impact decision making in the crypto market?
Oh, it impacts everything. You think you're trading against institutions, projects, or whatever. You're trading against other people who are making decisions too. You see that chart? That chart is just a visual representation of decisions made by other people who are also having their own emotions, perspective, colored by how bad their day was, colored by if their wife or their boss shouted at them. They probably they're probably colored by how much sleep they had that night. So trading psychology in itself, I would say that there's two parts of it. There's the individual psychology, meaning me and my mind. Like how well am I in a performance state? I call it, are you trader ready? Like the trade's ready, the market's ready, but are you actually capable of making the right decisions? So that's individual psychology. There's market psychology, which falls closer to behavioral finance, meaning how do people behave around money, which is, by the way, very irrational. So trading psychology in itself covers almost all of it because a cryptocurrency by itself is made up of people making decisions who are also as human as you. You would think that trained professionals are very smart people who know what to do, but like history, obviously, as history shows, not really all the time. And that's what trading psychology is all about. I specialize more on individual psychology, meaning my background for 2 years, I was a performance coach for prop firm traders. And that was what I did. Like they would come to me and they would say, this is how I'm performing. How do you think I could make it better? And that's what I specialize in. Behavioral finance, not yet, but I want to go there maybe. Maybe down the path if I have time. But yeah, I think trading psychology encompasses everything because what makes the market move are the people in it who by themselves have to battle with their own internal decision making.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, as we draw close to our panel discussion for tonight, no, let's hear final remarks and messages from our guests. Okay, so let's start with Daniel.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you very much for hosting the event and accepting us. I think it was a very interesting discussion here we had tonight. So it's the first time for me in the Philippines, actually. So I'm very happy. I have a very good impression of the event and of the city as well. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Now next, let's welcome Mr. Eman.
Thank you for inviting us in this event. And again, crypto events like this are very rare right now. So since especially it's a bear market, but yeah, it's good to see new faces and new people and old friends. And also thank you for inviting us again. So yeah.
Let's give it up for Eman. Now let's hear from Mr. Ken.
Yeah, just wanna honor and acknowledge everyone again. Thank you for the invitation to the organizers, especially BitGet, Heineken, and just wanna leave everyone with a note that never stop learning, never miss the opportunity of being in crypto this early. It's very very early right now, although it's $27,000, but it's still early. We've got a long way to go, especially for Bitcoin and the entire cryptocurrency market. So yeah, thanks again everyone and have a great night.
Thank you so much, Ken. Now let's hear from Celeste.
Hey everyone, thanks for being here. I know it's rainy and it was traffic, but you spent Thursday night with us. That's amazing. Yeah. So thank you to BitGet, by the way. Like, Lionel Messi, come on. Come on. I'm gonna go check that out. So yeah, thank you for being here with us. Maybe last few words to anyone else who's going to try out crypto. Trade only when it feels easy. Don't force it. You don't have to. There are other ways to make money that doesn't drive you crazy.
So, take, okay, so thank you so much, Miss Celeste.
Oh yeah, I have to clap for me.
And last but not the least, let's welcome George.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd echo everyone and say thank you to the sponsors, to BitGet, and everyone for inviting us here to share our thoughts in a rainy night. Probably the last thing I'll say is the bear market is the best time to learn. I'll echo that point. The bear market is the best time to learn, and there's unfortunately no shortcut to being successful in this space. People keep saying that, oh, crypto, like you can make a lot of money quick, but money comes easy in the space, money goes easy too. And so really, like to me, like I always think being rich is different from being wealthy. Being rich is just like a point in time. You may have money, but being wealthy is a mindset. Even if you take your riches away, you still have the skills to regenerate like those riches, right? And so take your time to learn, like go through the rabbit hole, talk to people who can help you think through some of the things or questions that you have. And nowadays the internet is like your resource. There's so many things available. So yeah, go out there and learn while everyone's not doing it, and be the winner by default in the next cycle.
Thank you so much, George. And no, thank you so much for joining us and listening to our guests for tonight. So let's give a round of applause again to Mr. Daniel, Eman, Ken, Celeste, and George. Now I'm handling now to Miss Faye.
Okay, and here on stage, I would like to invite Celine to award the Certificate of Appreciation for participating in Bitcoin, Beer, and Bitstories on this day, May 25, at Draper Startup House. All right, and also we're giving you guys the Draper merch. Let's have a photo ops also. Get one and pass. Yeah, I will get those later. All right. Okay. So that's a wrap for our tonight's BBB. Okay. So let's give you some wine.